Hey, you guys, this is your coach, Andrea Dickerson here, and welcome to the Jumpstart Blueprint, Module 7, Lesson 6, How to Train Your Center Director. No matter what happens, when you hire a new center director, remember that they must train and follow what you have in place. Because when you bring in a center director from another facility, don't expect for that person to be able to show you how things are done in this industry. This is why this training is provided for you, so that you can get your clarity about what's going to be expected in your program. Because if you do not train that person on how you want things done in your business, you're going to find yourself operating with another program running inside of your program. So we're going to start by writing expectations down. So your expectation is going to come from your job description, which I'm going to give you an insight on job description. Not only that, but look through your staff handbook, because that's giving you an insight on what you're going to need for them to oversee when it comes to your classrooms. So the first step is to know the expectations that you need for them to complete in your company. The next one is to meet and train twice a week for 90 days. So what do I mean? That means you may have to pick a Saturday where they come, and then you may work with them on a Wednesday. So whatever you train with them on Saturday, you can verify that they are doing it on Wednesday. Give the director some room to make decisions while you continue to offer hands-on experience, observing the director, letting them know how well they are implementing and following through with your vision, and being willing to document and write down the areas that they need expectations to be met on. So what am I saying? That means twice a week you're documenting, you're training, you're dealing with them in a delicate manner. And of course you want to deal with them based on personality. Some people cannot handle the truth. They get discombobulated, they get their feelings hurt. So whatever it is, make sure that you understand how that person learns first, and then be able to see if your teaching style can be accommodated with them. But you have to consistently follow up with your director to ensure that they are thorough. I know that this seems a bit much, and I apologize, but I learned to apply the same advice because I learned it the hard way. I did not train some of my directors the right way because I lacked systems and knowledge in this area. But I've gotten better, and so I've become a better implementer of my systems. And I've ran across people who just refuse to do the systems. I mean, they just refuse to be accountable. They just felt like it was too much. Well, it is a lot running a child care program, but you cannot limit what your company is accountable for to what somebody's willing to do and not do. So you have to set your expectations. So here are a few areas that I believe that you should start in. Number one, I believe you should start with your classroom. Talk to them about your ratios, how you want your classroom set up, how you want your classroom managed, how you want them to follow procedures, the how-tos, how you want your classroom curriculum, lesson plans, and assessments to be implemented in your program. This is a complete training system right here, all in itself, you guys. All you have to do is be clear about the kids, the staff, the qualifications. Train them on it. Be clear about classroom equipment, material setup, fire exits. Training on them. Train them on it. Be clear about schedules, how you want your classroom organized, classroom cleanliness and organizations. Train them on it. Be clear about your policies and procedures, who, what, where, how-tos, and how they are conferred. Train them on it. Your classroom curriculum, lesson plans, assessments, and observations. Training on them. Now be sure that you map out sub-subjects that could be listed in each classroom. For instance, what goes on in the infant room, what goes on in the toddler room, what goes on in the preschool room. But these main 5 objectives, get clear about it and train them on it. Next page. Sometimes you have to retrain. So when you have to retrain, it helps to retain your director. So that's why we go through this process of, even after the 90 days and the 2 days a week, hey, when you guys hit that 6 month, you can take them back through the same training again. It's called owner expectations. Nobody is better equipped to train your directors but you. So you can train them on management dates, when they are to do the billing, late payments, staff time cards, children review, immunizations, food program, food order dates, newsletters, calendars, bulletin boards, menus, transportation, eligibility forms, follow-up procedures, website, all of this stuff listed here. You can train them on your expectations for that. Now, but you have to be clear about your dates, okay? So you'll set and create a calendar for them. You'll create your task management system for them around these dates and around the recurrent activities. So here are some administrative duties that you could ask for your director to do. Some of these may be things that only you want to do, but regardless of what it is, I'm listing things that you could think about to consider in training your director. All right, so in your next training, we're going to get into the job descriptions.